right. Welcome to the Alpha Voyage Podcast, episode 32. I am your host, Anthony, well, formerly known as Taco Tony, but Anthony Renfoley. I am here with one of my good friends that I've known for, I didn't realize this goddamn long. AKA, her name is Miss CreepyCookiez, and she is a very renowned cosplayer in the UK, in my opinion, at least, because I don't know a lot of cosplayers from the UK. So she's a very good friend of mine. I've known her for quite some time. She's one of the best cosplayers in my opinion. I don't care. Write it down. Like I don't care what anybody says. So yeah, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm having a great time. You always compliment me so much whenever we do this.
Well. Here's the thing, because one, when we talked last time, I usually don't meet a lot of cosplayers with different, with originality and stuff like that. Not only that, when it comes to cosplaying myself, I don't know jack shit about it because so I rather get advice from people that actually done it because one, when it comes to cosplay, I can do it two ways myself. Either create the thing myself or just get stuff from online because when Otakon
Yeah.
this year comes up, I'm gonna go as Mr. Hake Sanawa from Demon Slayer. So I gotta get the little
Yes.
mask and I gotta get the little
Dude,
thing.
I was gonna wear a Demon Slayer cosplay for you today, but my wig is currently like under
Let,
maintenance. So I was like, I
let me
can't.
let me guess, it was Shinobu.
No, Mitsuri, thank you.
What? Oh, oh my gosh. I love Mitsuri too.
I'll have to send you photos afterwards. I have very few of her, but I
Oh
love
no
when
no
I get
no.
to do her.
Hey, that's fine. Like I was just watching the recent episode of Demon Slayer too, but yeah, I was just like, because for me, because like right every time I get a cosplay over here, I was like, look, cosplay whatever's comfortable for you, because I feel like for me, if I
Yeah.
just be like, oh no, cosplay this, that doesn't look good on me, and plus that sounds creepy too, in my opinion. So, like I've seen interviews like that before, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to go that route. So I'm just going to be nice and
Mm.
respectful and just call it a day. But yeah, so what's new in the cosplay world with you? Any cons coming up for you?
My next one officially that I'm 100% doing is in July. The problem is like UK economy has gone to absolute crap. So going to conventions is really difficult for a lot of people at the minute, as well as like outsourcing cosplays and things like that. But still making it work.
So when you bring that up, like it's that bad now?
Well, we have a lot of problems with without getting too political, I'll just put it in notation form. Like we're struggling to keep like a regular prime minister. Every time we get a new prime minister, there's a new scandal. And
Gotcha.
currently we have this thing called the cost of living crisis where the minimum wage isn't going up, but everything else is so much more expensive, like gas, electricity, like heating, like the past winter and stuff like that. Like the UK government had to give out grants to like people that aren't working or are like above the age of 60 to be able to like pay for their heating and things like that because it was like you can choose to starve to death or freeze to death. It's one or two.
Uh, huh, okay. That's we'll discuss that afterwards, but that's new.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I haven't paid attention to anything like UK related since
Yeah.
like 2014. So like the
Yeah.
last thing I heard of Prime Minister related was like back in Japan. You know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
But it's just like with that. So well, yeah, we'll just keep it peachy happy over here.
Yeah. No,
But
this is a
like
positive interview. This isn't a political
yeah,
thing.
yeah. But like when it comes to cosplay and stuff like that, because like I remember when we talked last time, you didn't expect, yourself to be, cosplaying for that long because like I believe
Yeah.
this is you've been cosplaying for like 15 years now, if I believe, right? You've been cosplaying since you was a kid.
Y- On and off. So like
Oh, on
not
and off? Okay.
seriously. It's like yeah, I'd dress up every Halloween even when it was like I'm way too old to go trick or treating and like I really enjoyed it. And like I've always been very big into the more geeky side of things. So like when I would like do like Halloween and stuff like that, like as a teenager and going to like these Halloween parties, everyone's like, I'm gonna go as like a nurse and a vampire. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna rock up dressed as fucking Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. Nobody will know what I'm doing, but it's fine because I know what I'm doing and I love it. But I've been doing it kind of, I want to say seriously, like consciously doing it, attending conventions and things like that since I was like 16. I'm 24 now. I'm bad at maths, but sometime.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because like like I said before, I wasn't as big in the cosplay scene because like I was big on the Halloween scene because like I wouldn't go all out because like I used to usually do my own makeup when it comes to zombies and stuff like that because like
Yeah.
they always be like, "Oh, what do you trick or treat as?" I was like a goddamn zombie or Deadpool, whichever one doesn't take long and I don't get annoyed from the most.
Mm.
And when it comes to that, I just thought it was like, oh, that's like a form of cosplay. I was like, oh, okay, I think because like I was talking to my other cosplay friend. Her name is Sukioni. She's on Instagram who helped me out tremendously and stuff like that when it came to like the world of cosplay. Because I told her I was like, look, I love cosplay, but I don't know jack shit about it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm respectful and stuff like that. Cosplay because like after her interview, I told her like the cosplay thing. Like I dealt with like the nice form of cosplay, but it's just like I've always encountered the unique ones, like the nice cosplayers, the rude cosplayers, the creepy side of it as well, and everything, which
Yeah.
disgusses the hell out of me. But I've always encountered those things. I was like, I really don't have a nice track record when it comes to that. And then because like me and her also put out like PCA in our episode as well because like because like when it came to like interviews and stuff like that, I was telling her I was like, look, if you meet me, I'm gonna be all the way over there somewhere. I'll be like, I'm gonna bump into you, be like, hey, I'm right here. So just in case you need to see me somewhere. So it's like I always do this with my cosplay friends because I'd be like, look, you're like, you cosplay, I'm not gonna be around you. Just letting you know. Because like if I'm around you and I'm in like cosplaying thing, it's always gonna be that one person be like, oh, that person is what? I'd be like, I don't got time for this. So but
Mm.
like cosplay, I would go all out for it and everything. So and then like I don't know a lot of cosplayers like from the UK besides you and I forgot her name, but it will come back to me. But besides you two, because like I know a lot of cosplayers in Japan, of course the US and everything, and some in
Yeah.
Indonesia, because like I with Indonesia Comic Con sweating my goddamn ass off. Oh man, I hated going there like sweating and stuff like that. So but like knowing how cosplay is like really like important and kind of like brings out the geek side in everybody in my opinion at least.
Mm.
But like when it comes to like cosplay is like I know you don't like like I can tell I'm normally you always do this for fun and everything like you don't like expect anything from this so like when it comes to cosplay like how do you kind of see it as like a fun side of things for you at least.
For me, my fun comes from like actually attending the cons and like meeting with friends and like building a sense of community and like connecting with people from like similar fan bases and things like that. And then it's also like online and stuff like that. I really enjoy talking to other cosplayers to do things like get makeup tips or like share like wig styling tips and things like that. And it's really nice. And then also like with TikTok being as big as it is as well, like it's like I can like work with other people and we can make content together without even being in the same place. And I find it really fun actually just connecting with people and having like a little community that I can call my own. As much as
Mhm.
I kind of hate the cosplay community at times because I've had a lot of experience with like the creeps and things like that, and like
Yeah.
certain like not naming names, but certain anime fan bases. We all know which ones I'm talking about, being really over the top and like annoying and making it uncomfortable being in a public space with them. But it's after a while, like of doing these cons and like attending cons on like a regular basis. Like on average, I do about 2 cons a year. And I've been doing
Hmm.
that since I was 16, ignoring
Hmm.
like the period where like you couldn't go outside because of COVID. But
Yeah.
I've like I've made some like my best friends and like met some of the most important people in my life because of all of this geeky stuff, and like it's gotten me like jobs that I can do on the side to like help pay for things and help fund the cosplay hobbies that I like to do, and also just generally my lifestyle. And
Hmm.
I've just met some of like the best people I know. Like I have people that I met at Comic Cons that I now like religiously play video games with and things like that. And it's so good.
I completely agree with that because I've like I believe like just cosplaying like anime in general can like bring out
Mm.
the whole bunch of friendships and like people and everything. And don't mind me because I just literally got this in the mail like a few. This is from I forgot the anime, but
Mm.
he was in love with one of the girls that was like on a dating app and everything, and then
Yeah.
she started liking him. So yeah, it was that anime. So and the girl right there was his best friend, but but yeah, it's just like with cosplay. Like I met so many good people and everything. Of course, like you say, you meet the dipshits and all that. Like
Yeah.
and we knew some ourselves, not naming no names, but it's just like
Mhm.
with that, it's just like I've branched out a lot to knowing a lot of people and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool learning that type of aspect for no, from I wouldn't say no reason,
Yeah.
but it I felt to me, I felt like it was a camaraderie that I felt like I wouldn't fit in. Until this day I still feel like that because I don't cosplay as much when I go to cons because like if I do I
Yeah.
do, if I don't I don't. It's just like because like you say, you meet those unique fan bases and everything too. Oh Lord Christ, I got a story last year because like when that K-pop group Rolling Courts came to DC, that was their first time coming to United States internationally. So I was like, huh, okay. I've never been to a K-pop concert here, so why not? I've been to numerous K-pop concerts all over the place, and it was fun.
Yeah.
So it was like a small K-pop group, and then I had on. Here's the funny thing. I had on my Deadpool costume, and then like I walked past them and everything because like me and the sword cosplayer. You'll see. I got to send you the picture, but like it was on Instagram. Like we just decided to do like a little keep late thing. The thing I
Yeah.
ain't realized was his was actually real, and mine was like I had like mine was real too because like I made the Oblivion myself.
Yeah.
So the Oblivion
Best
was like,
Best Keyblade, by the
yeah,
way.
hey, it's number one to me, but I do like the Ultimate Weapon though.
Mhm.
But like I made the Oblivion, and then I keep forgetting that it's like 15 pounds above my body mass. I was like, so we just like doing like keyblades and stuff like that, and then of course I got defeated because like I separated my shoulders. So I was like, and then once I heard that snap, I was like, okay, I'm good now. So we just like talking stuff like that. And I was like, look, I'm sweating this Deadpool costume. I'm gonna go change back into my regular clothing. And then this group, this is where like the last day of Otakon, I was meeting Brown Bakugo and King Chris and everything. So I was meeting them.
I love King Chris.
Yeah, he killed me with the York cosplay. I was like, look, I love that
Yeah.
you dress up in female clothing, but I did not expect that from him. So like we had a good conversation with like Brown Bakugo and everything, and then like I'm talking like
Mm.
this dude who played as Rock Lee. Cause like I was like, look, Rock Lee was slept on Naruto. I'm sorry. But
Mm.
like we was having a blast and everything. And then I was talking to the handler. He was a pretty cool dude. I was speaking to them in Korea and everything. I was like, bro, are you excited for like the Chainsaw Man? He was like, dude, yes. Like this is when Chainsaw Man was getting ready to come out.
Yeah.
And then one of them was like a huge fan of it because like I had like my chainsaw day, I had my Denji shirt on that I made from like an
Mhm.
excerpt of manga and everything. But on the back it had, I didn't make
Mhm.
sure she didn't see the back because like it was the moment from episode 7 that you remember correctly. So yeah, so I didn't want her to see that because beer doesn't go well with you know what. So So she was a huge fan of Diva Sled, and I got to talk to him a little bit. I was like, you wouldn't mind like taking a selfie or anything? Because like I know K-pop, how K-pop is like some can't take a selfie and everything, but I noticed from the K-pop stars I've met, this is like what I'm not nice to them is just like they're very more open about it. And got a selfie with them. I got a whole fan base after me because like the roller course fan base is actually very supportive more than anything when you meet
Yeah.
people. And then I have met those fair share of people be like, oh, man, they're so lucky and everything. And I was just like, see, this is why I can't stand, certain fans. So it was like it
Yeah.
was pretty cool experience because like to this day I still feel like I don't fit in the world of cosplay and everything, but I'm kind of branching out and everything. So
Yeah.
that's a good experience learning and stuff. But like when it comes to that, you know, when it comes to cosplay, like what was the it could be any cosplay, but like what's the most fun cosplay that you have fun, cosplaying as? Because I believe you cosplay this like you cosplay the same character, but you kind of like buried it differently though.
Yeah, I've done so many cosplays throughout the years. Probably I've only done it the once, like the one time in a public area. I am bringing her back soon.
Hmm.
But I cosplayed my girl, Juliet Starling from Lollipop Chainsaw
Gotcha.
because I love her. I love her so much, and also
Yeah,
I'm just a huge
seen
fan of
that.
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, like I've seen that. And I think I've seen like the photo shoot things you took. I was like,
Yeah,
God damn, all right, Miss Professional. Like that caught me in the loop. I really like the shots and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah.
So because like I think that's one of your friends who's a photographer that takes it, right? Or that's like what they got at
Yeah.
the time.
Well, he's starting to become a photographer. It's my good friend. He mostly is really famous like pre-COVID and like during COVID and things like that. Man
Uh-huh.
blew up on TikTok for making JoJo content. Mostly
That
like skits and stuff like that. And he's like learning to become a cosplayer and then also like he's doing like photography and things on the side. So he was like, "Let me do a shoot with you as a friend." And I was like, "Sure," because like I've done shoots before. I'm okay and comfortable posing in front of a camera, so it'll give you like a good practice and stuff. But it's also
yeah.
for me, like cosplaying from any sort of horror media has to be like one of my favorite things in the world. And like when you look at like Lollipop Chainsaw, like you look at the cosplay and you're like, that's not horror.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a game about killing zombies. It's technically horror
Oh yeah, I
media.
forgot it was a game. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just looking at my game setting and I got it right there. I was like, oh
yeah.
shit, I'm that old now.
Good old Xbox 360. It's getting a remake. Hopefully, it's like in the works and like it's getting funded and obviously like Suda 41 are like more popular now ever since they actually dropped No More Heroes free. So like
Yeah, I
hopefully
heard I
hopefully it will
think
get more attention.
I think it's gonna get more attention, but I don't think the same company is gonna be remaking. I think it's gonna be somebody else. Cause like with
Mm.
remakes, it don't be the same company remaking it. Because like what was that game I forgot
I
I
would
pre-ordered back?
I I would still like it to be Suda 41 because it has such a unique style to it, like with all of their
Agreed.
games.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't mind if like they like sold the IP off to a company that I know could do it justice.
Hey, look, I'm still waiting for an Attack on Titan 3. So but with that, because I did not know they was doing a remake of the game till like just now, actually. And I'm
Mm,
reading it right now. But because like I know they're doing a remake of a lot of animes like Rurouni Kenshin and everything,
hmm.
and then they're coming out with a season 2 of Netflix anime Bastard, which is pretty fucking hilarious to me. I recommend you watch that if you got Netflix. But with that, when you brought up the horror scene and all of that, like I'm not gonna say this was like necessarily a horror type of photo, but like I gotta show you because like it was like a wrestling match because I'm a wrestling fan, and then like I
Yeah.
decided to do a wrestling thing as Deadpool, right?
Hmm.
I got hit. This is like I'm not gonna blame the dual wrestle against because like I should have tucked my head in, but I got hit with a steel chair when that happened, and the next thing I know, I'm bleeding all over the place in a pink Deadpool costume. And I was like, I was telling the photographer, I was like, okay, should I stop the match or just take photos? I was like, fuck it, just take photos. Like when I tell you it looks like a pink watermelon, like just randomly turning red for no reason, it was bad. And then when I
Yeah.
won the match, I took the mask off. Like my whole face is plastered in my own blood, looking like a goddamn abused watermelon. But like she took it and then like she uploaded in like horror anime and stuff like that. I was like, I don't think it's a horror Deadpool anime, but I do know it's like an Avengers anime out there. But hey, we'll never know.
Mm.
But like when it comes to like cons and everything, is it like a plan of going to like an international like doesn't have to be no time soon, but like the international con like Otakon,
I definitely want
Omicon.
to attend KatsuCon because I know that one's really big for like getting like photographs
Yeah,
and stuff.
and it's in DC too. Oh
Yeah.
shoot. If you go, let me know because I
I
will be there.
100% will let you know if I ever
Because I
attend.
will I
I
will
need to get a passport and have money for a plane ticket, but I'll make it work.
oh no judgment here because it took me till your age to get a passport, trust me.
Yeah.
So no judgment here. But yeah, so but uh but yeah, I was like, cause like I believe we talked about this, but it's just like 6 years ago the last time we talked about this. I was like, if you come to a con, let me know because I got you on that. Cause like
Yeah.
I'll be going to Otakon this year because this is being my 17th Otakon. I feel old, but this will
Mhm.
be my 17th Otakon. Cause I went to Kazakhstan this I think I forgot, but it was yeah, it was this year. Yeah, this no last year. Yeah, last year. Um,
Yeah.
I've been to Kazakhstan and it was pretty fun and everything. So because like I didn't know Katsucon was that big of a premier con like
Yeah.
so I didn't know that but because I don't see a lot of people talking about it but like so that's good to know so
No,
what
a lot of UK cosplayers actually attend KatsuCon 'cause I think it's not a big con in terms of like what most people in the UK perceive as a big con. Like our London cons is very like buy merch. That's most of the things you can do there. Like there's
mm-hmm.
so much merch to buy. There's so many stalls. It's such a large space. But like KatsuCon is more you go international and you get to work with like incredible photographers and you get to really have your like cosplays like showcased in like beautiful photographic environments.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. I never I never knew that from a excuse me from a UK I mean perspective or London con because like like
Yeah.
Katsucon kind of did a specific thing, like merch and everything. But like when I was there, I was like, I know I wasn't tripping. I was like, okay, either I'm missing something, or do I hear a lot of accents
Yeah.
in this con? I thought I was tripping. I was like, where are you from? One girl saying UK. I was like, where are you from? One girl said London. Where are you from? I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay. And I asked my friend, I was like, do you still got that big poster card or whatever? And then I just started doing a thing in my costume. I was like, okay, the little sign dude thing. I was like, where you from? I was like, wherever you from, sign it right here. And then the majority of it was like UK. One side was like from Japan. And I was just like, okay, that's a fun thing. I think I should do. So yeah, that's good to know. CouncilCon's on your bucket list. So now I know
Yeah.
if I do work that con, so you probably just see me every now and then. So that's good to know. Okay, so surprisingly, we're not getting sidetracked. So
Mhm.
with what's the question I had? Is there a character? Is there a character that you? Is there a character that you want to cosplay as, but you know is going to be a pain in the ass to cosplay
Yeah.
as?
Uh, sorry in advance, but I'm a diehard Genshin fan, but every one of those cosplays suck to get into. They are
Is
so unnecessarily complicated. There are so many like parts that just stick onto other parts and things, and then it's like you look at like the one Genshin cosplay I have at the minute, like the full one, is my girl Rosaria. And you look at it and you're like, oh, it's just one outfit. which is fine. And then you're like, no, you got to wear like two pairs of tights, a swimsuit, a skirt that's split in two and is held together by Velcro and safety pins, and then like 6 million different accessories that are all pinned on several different areas. And it takes so
Okay.
much work to get into. And then God forbid you need to pee during the convention because you have to fully get naked if you want to pee in that thing. You have to like fully expose yourself to the general public and then ask someone to help you back in the cosplay.
Well, okay, that makes sense. But like, okay, I can see that being complicated. Okay,
Yeah.
so like, cause like I think I know what character you're talking about because I seen that before. But like, make
Mm.
it complicated. Why not get one of those little suit things that you can like zip, zip. Yeah, like one of those little things that you can zip down and actually get out of, or you just like I
The
understand some people don't.
problem it's more like they get when you get them like made and stuff like that, and like you get like you buy them and stuff, you're not making them yourself. A lot of the Genshin cosplays, you just have to take them how they are, and they're not just a one piece suit, it's several layers.
Mm-mm,
And then it's like it's a hassle to get in and out of. And again, if you want to pee during the convention, you're not going to have a fun time.
mm-mm. I can't do that. I can't. I can't. I don't know how you guys do it because here's the thing. I have to have a costume, whether if I cosplay. Oh Lord, I almost cosplayed as Gojo from JJK, but it was fun actually. But but like if it's like a simple thing as like if it's a simple thing like as a tracksuit or whatever, or I know that I can get, if I have a mask up and I know I can get the costume out just from like, zip in the back with the front and
Yeah.
everything, that's fine for me. But I can't wear anything that I know that I'm going to have to hold my what in. I can't do that because like if I
Yeah.
if I eat a lot of food at the con and I have to go Super Saiyan 3, oh no, I can't.
The
Because like
problem
oh go ahead, sorry.
the problem I find, and like this is like probably the worst thing that I can do, but
Uh-huh.
I still do it to this day. Every time I go to a con, especially if I have a photo shoot, I will not eat or drink anything until I've gotten all my photo shoots out the way because
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to ruin my lip makeup before I do photo shoots. And then after I do photo shoots, I'll like have like one drink throughout the day and like I'll barely drink any water. I won't eat anything or anything like that. And I'm like, I don't need to go
Mm-hmm.
to the bathroom, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't do that because like for me, I have to eat, but in the end, like I understand where you're coming from with that, but it's just like for me, I was like, F this. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, cause
It's
like if I
it's
see
not healthy, but
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
kind of does it.
yeah, I'm like, if I gotta do that, I was like, oh hell no. Mm-mm. Cause like I remember at Otakon last year, cause like I actually man, I was so pissed because like I was waiting in that goddamn line to meet what's her name? Kaho Shibuya. She was really sweet.
Mhm.
I was like waiting to meet her. I was in that line for like 2 to goddamn 3 hours, which wasn't complaining. But I also wanted to meet Maricia, I think her name she voiced Killua from Hunter x Hunter. I
Mhm.
really wanted to beat her. And then everything, I was like, oh my God, come on, come on, come on, come on. But like, I'm not complaining. If she comes back this year, I'm not complaining. But but it was like really hard and everything because like I'm eating food left and right. Like I'm standing in line, like I stayed in that line for 2, 3 hours and I was not hungry at all. I got hungry
Mhm.
till I finished meeting her and then I left. Cause like cause I was there throughout the whole thing and then like I was there for like the parties and everything, like the adult pounds and everything. Like the adult pounds was funny as hell. Cause
Yeah.
like she hosted one and I was like and then I said on the mic, I was like, if any kids are in here, y'all think you might want to leave because I know some of you mother effers like to lie about your age. And then like half of a row walked out the goddamn place. I was like, look, we ain't playing this shit, okay? I understand you want to come here. I understand how adult stuff learns and everything, but yeah, I we ain't getting in trouble because like I'm supposed to be hosting I don't know how you got me hooked on this, but like I got a friend got a hentai manga that's coming out this year,
Yeah.
and got he also got a hentai. He's getting it animated in 2025. So I was like, how the fuck did you pull that off? And I got that drink, by the way.
Thank you. Hydrate myself.
No. I literally got that drink downstairs. I didn't even open it yet. I was like, okay, I recognize that bottle. But yeah, like if you need the drink of babes, like do whatever. Like podcast is 100% uncensored. But
Oh, I'm allowed to vape on stream.
in my opinion, at least, I don't freaking care. Like, come on, you know what I mean? People smoke cigars and stuff like that in the podcast and everything, and that's on YouTube. That's a problem with me. But yeah, so when he told me that, and I'm reading, and I was like, how the fuck did you pull that off? And
Mm.
he was like, if I need somebody to voice the African American main character, I'll let you know. I was like, nah, fuck that. No. Mm. Because I already did a lot of panels
Hmm.
around that type of like mindset, and then I did a bunch of panels with a bunch of voice actors as well. Also with
Yeah.
what's his name? Like he got plastered back in 2019 after the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. I think you know what I'm talking about. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
Vic Manana, I
yep,
want to say. Yeah.
yep, yeah. I ain't gonna get started on that, but yeah, like I helped them with panels and everything too. Like I will panels and everything with a bunch of voice actors who and actors who Al doesn't like me because of that whole thing, but hey, I don't care.
Mm.
But yeah, like when it came to that, like I had fun with the adult panels more than anything, and like we're
Yeah.
going back and forth and stuff like that. I remember like the panel last year, the other kind, like we go back and forth for like what was the best hentai. I was like, I'm not going back and forth. What's the best hentai to me? It was too late at night to be doing that. And then like she was laughing with me. I was like, look, I'm getting 12 for this. Like, and then it's like, what do you usually do? I was like, I'm usually either knocked out of sleep or watching a show or something, or doing
Mm.
something that, that just vasculates my feelings for some reason. So yeah. So like if you come to CastleCon, just let you know it's gonna be a heavy amount of adult battles.
Oh, 100%.
It's gonna be
I fully intend to go hard at the after party as well.
oh
That's my stuff. That's what I enjoy doing at conventions.
Oh yeah, so you're familiar with getting shit faced at after party. You understand
Oh,
that
it's a UK tradition. Our country,
feeling.
we know how to drink. We know how to have fun.
Yes, you all do. But I learned that the hard way. I learned that the hard way the last few
No,
times. I was just like,
you don't try and keep up with someone from the UK. Like I very recently saw like there's a lovely little game on TikTok amongst people in the UK where we'll see someone making like a mixer or like making like a massive
yeah, I
thing
make
of
like,
cocktails, and
oh,
then we're watching people do it and we see how much they put in it and we're like, yeah, that person's from the US. I know because it's like this much alcohol and like this much juice. And then you're from the UK and it's like this much alcohol and like this much juice.
well, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. I'm not from the US, but it's just like
Hmm.
with that, it's just like okay. Cause like I met a bunch of dudes from the UK, right? Because like
Hmm.
they were like the Deadpool maids, which fucking killed me. So I was hanging out with them
Hmm.
all day. So with that, they was like they called me brother throughout the whole freaking damn thing,
Hmm.
right? They was like, we want to test out your tolerance. I was like, you sure you want to do that? It was like, we know you can't outdrink us. I was like, probably not, but we'll see. So like they made this one drink with like half the cup was orange juice and the other half was Jägermeister. I was like, you
Oh,
fucking
oh.
a-holes. So I didn't want to try it at first because I knew this was going to destroy me. I mean, Jägermeister is Jägermeister, though. I can handle Jägermeister.
Yeah,
But
but
like,
it's half a cup of Jaeger. Like,
yeah, but like they also they mix it with like half a cup of orange juice, 40% grenadine,
mhm.
40% Coca-Cola. I was like, what the fuck is this mixture? Like, it looked like when you eat something bad to your mind, stuff like that, you know what?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was like as soon as I was like, oh my god, this looks so wrong. Then they started putting coconut milk in it, Irish cream in it. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, no. So I tried it, and then it really shocked me because the flavor was pretty good. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they mix crack and rum. They mix this Japanese sake that I love to get
Mm.
and everything. And then I do this, do that, do this. They mixed a whole bunch of. I think they mixed 23 liquors that one drink. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I survived that one.
Yeah.
Until I got to the sixth drink, oh my Lord of Christ, that's what destroyed me because they put
Mhm.
three different types of sakes in it, which you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to mix different sakes together. Because I learned that the hard way when I was in the hot springs ones in Japan. And because like if you go to Japan, oh my guys, I recommend you go to like a hot springs in Kyoto
I cannot attend public bathhouses in Japan because I have
oh,
tattoos and they don't let you do that.
forget about that.
You can get private ones where it's literally just you, but
But can't
that's
you
like
like cover that up though? Because
no,
I remember I seen
any kind, like even if it's like one where it's like over here and things like that, any kind of like tattoos in like public bathhouses in like Japan, I've read this whole article on it a while ago. There's a lot of intricacies because of the ties between like obviously Yakuza and tattoos and things like that.
okay, oh yeah, so I have to contact Karu and let her know because she does like private Japanese hot springs and stuff. So
Yeah.
okay, so I completely forgot about that. Okay. But yeah, so but her thing's in Kyoto, so that's good because you get like one big area to yourself, which
Mm.
freaking shocked me, and you get a good view too. I was like, man, I would move back here if I wanted to. But yeah, it's like a pretty good thing just to experience
Yeah.
that for once at least. But yeah, like with cosplay and everything,
Cool.
because I think I asked Sukioni this last time. Um, any advice that you want to give to like up and coming like cosplayers and all that wants to get into the same thing as you?
Yes. This is the best piece of advice you can ever give anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't compare yourself to other people doing the same character.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're new, it's fine. Other people have been doing it longer. You might not have the same budget to get the quality that they do. You've not been doing it for as long to get like perfect wig styling or anything like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
I granted I don't have my outfit on or anything like that, but like my makeup, in my opinion, is far from perfect for like JoJo characters. The wig is mid at best, and I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it to connect with people, and like con is supposed to be a fun experience, and there's this weird little culture online with cosplayers where it's like I'm the best version of this character or I'm the best version of that character,
I never
and
got
they
that.
always just they compare themselves to other people and be like, oh well, my cosplay is better because I spent so much more money on it, or mine's better because I made it myself. Like no, it's fun. You're paying homage to characters that you love and everything like that. At the end of the day, there's no wrong way to cosplay unless you're trying to make yourself look like a different race than what you are. That's like the only bad
Yeah.
thing you can do. And also don't sexualize child characters. Never do that. But
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
just
I agree.
cosplay for fun. Like it's your first cosplay. It's never gonna look perfect. Like my first cosplay was a train wreck, and it's whatever. I was 16. It was the first one I bought. I knew nothing about doing it, and it's like it's whatever. Like it's supposed to be fun. Just bite the bullet, buy the stuff that you want to get, cosplay that character that you want to cosplay. That you're
Hmm.
always going to have somebody approach you at a con and tell you that they love your cosplay because you're doing a character that they love. And you're always going to have somebody asking to take photos with you and like celebrate your cosplay with you. So just go for it. Like stop getting in this mindset of like, what if I don't do them justice? It never has to be that.
Oh yeah, because I already know when this Mr. Hockey, whatever his name comes in, it's gonna be like, hey, Tesla. So I'll be like, oh, I have a blast doing that. Because like if I see a tangent, I'll be like, Like when he tries to kill Tanjiro and Demon Slayer. Oh my gosh, he's one of my favorite characters in there. But yeah, I do agree with that PSA and everything. It's just like
Mhm.
I never understood. I never understood. Forgive me if I keep doing this because I got hit in the eye earlier when I was like trying to catch my dog in my eye on the doorknob. So I got a big bump right here.
It's
But
fine. I keep like adjusting this wig and everything, so I like keep adjusting. So don't
no,
worry
no, no,
about
it's
it.
fine, it's fine. But I never understood the comparison god complex in like cosplay and everything. Cause like I
Yeah,
remember one time I got obliterated for voicing my opinion on that. I mean, all cosplays are good. Like I said on Twitter, I was like, look, all cosplays are good. Like I really
yeah.
don't give a fuck to be comparing to who's the best, you know?
Hmm.
Like, and then I got well, I didn't get destroyed, but I got obliterated by like the people that was like, oh, you just one of those people. I was like, name them because you keep saying I'm one of those. It's just like I don't got the time to be comparing who got the best cosplay because
Yeah,
I could be my own I could be one of my own characters who has the personality of Gojo from Jujutsu no Kaisen. And just cosplay as someone and be like, okay, that's my version of Gojo, but it's not him. It's my own character.
yeah,
So it's just like I don't got time to be comparing to that left and right. Like I never understood that, man. That type of thing annoys me in the cosplay community.
mm,
It's just like because like people keeps like telling me every time when I run into them like cosplay and stuff like that, they'd be like, oh, we was like sometimes I run into people that cosplay the same character and I might be focused on I might be focused on the conversation with them, but I just stop like mid conversation, like, and they'd be like, oh, I like your sword because like I had like I won like a Zenitsu katana, like I didn't think it was
yeah,
actually real. I didn't think that was real, so that kind of threw me off. So I won that from like the giveaway Funimation was doing once. And they was like nice as Vanessa Katana. I was like nice cosplay, and I went straight back to her. And then she was like, "I'm surprised you're not saying hers is better than mine." I was like, I mean, to be honest, you really think I got the time and energy to be comparing
yeah,
cosplays with each other? Because like I like, and I told her I was like, look, I already had a pain in the ass of getting up this morning. So why do you think I got the energy to be comparing? Nope. Like I get heavily irritated just comparing stuff because like if I don't have the energy, I'm not gonna do it.
mm,
So it's just like when it comes to cosplay, it's just like I don't care because like I remember this one girl who wanted to take a picture with me. I was like, I'd rather you not take a picture with me with this cosplay because she was cosplaying as a you probably noticed if I give you the abbreviations BNP.
yeah. Oh, yeah. It took me a minute. Took me a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh boy, that made me so
ooh.
uncomfortable. That made me
Oh,
so
cosplaying that in
uncomfortable.
public. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Just
brave.
think
You know what? That's brave. Credit where
that
credit's due. You're brave for
that
doing that.
that is brave, but I was like thanking God that nobody knew. I was like, because
Yeah.
I said to myself, they was like, oh, I'm cosplaying. She was like, I'm cosplaying as Pico. I was like, oh, that's Peach
Mm,
character. I'll look that up. I'll look that up later. I was like, I wouldn't recommend that if I were you.
mm,
And then she was like, wow. I was like, you really want me to show you why? And I was like, keep in mind, if I show you, this is your responsibility. And then one of my friends, luckily, he didn't want me to get in trouble, so he pulled up on his iPad, and he showed her a screenshot. He's like, this is what the fuck you mean. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, I told you. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I told you. And then I was telling the girl, I was like, I'd rather have you cosplay as a because like she was thinking about going as Reyes Grimmie from High School Dance. I was like, I'd rather have you cosplay that
Hmm.
than that
Yeah.
because people know Reyes, they don't know the other one, and I'd rather have them not know that
Yeah.
because look, I was one of those people that got tricked into seeing that. I thought it was like a new
Hmm.
anime, and I wanted to kill my friend for that.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, you're gonna trick me like that? Okay, cool. Man, I lit him up afterwards, but like she was cool and everything and afterwards, and then yeah, but that kind of brings up like another question because like I had a whole bunch of questions here for you, but we ain't getting through that. Yeah, I gotta find a note. But like when it came to that, I was just like, okay, like so like so like what kind of cosplay do you consider yourself? Because like I asked Sukioni this before and I didn't think it was a type of cosplayer. So like she opened my eyes to something that I didn't know.
Um, I definitely say I fall like with I don't know, it's weird because like if you look at my account as a whole, I look more like an anime cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
But in recent years, it's definitely been a lot more like video game and like horror and stuff like that, and like
Okay.
nostalgia, I'd
Yeah.
say, because like I've been doing like Silent Hill cosplays. I did my Lollipop Chainsaw cosplay,
Oh yeah, I
and
saw
like
the Silent
with
Hill
like
one. I love that one.
yeah, like with the
I
revival of
love
like
that.
Resident Evil, like I did like a Resident Evil 8 cosplay, which was like
Mm-hmm.
love that one to pieces, but. Like so I'm very much into like horror and gore and things like that. But I want to be more of like an artistic cosplayer and stuff. It's like why
Mm-hmm.
I cosplay the JoJo characters, I draw like the lines on me and things like that because I like having big makeup projects. I like doing things
Mm-hmm.
like face paint. I like doing intricate photo shoots and things like that. And like even in my spare time, I've done a lot of like boudoir photography and things like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And like I like to be very like high art kind of like I've stopped caring about looking like canon versions of the characters because like
Mm-hmm.
I've got lip piercings. Half the characters like well literally none of the characters like us I have lip rings. I've got a slit in my eyebrow. Nobody has that, and I don't care. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like yes, I like doing the cosplays that I do. Like I have my tattoos which characters don't have, and like obviously they're very visible and it's just it's whatever. Like I'm doing this character because I love them, so like I want to do like an intricate version of them. I want to do like an artistic version of them and things like that. Like even if it's not canon, like one of the things as well more recently, I did a cyberpunk cosplay. I did from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I did Lucy, and
Oh
I
yeah.
covered myself in glitter. I was dripping glitter because I wanted to have that cybernetic iridescent look and things like that. I wanted my wig to shine. Like I covered myself in the stuff. Like it's the same with like some of my friends and stuff. I have a friend who cosplays Kokomi from Genshin, like
Mm-hmm.
the fish girl, and she'll put
Mm-hmm.
like pearls around her eyes and do like this big bold like fishy kind of makeup look and draw scales on her. And I'm like, that's not canon, but it looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like I love like the artistry of things like makeup and like having intricate wigs and like being all
Yeah.
sparkly and nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I completely agree with that. Because like I said, it was like a completely open up thing. I was just like, okay, I just seen this cosplay as like cosplay. Like I didn't think of it in that aspect. So it was that's good to know.
Yeah.
Hmm. Damn, I wrote 34 questions here. Jesus Christ. Um, okay. Now, like I know with certain cosplays, like you gotta have context and everything. So, like, what do you prefer? You prefer context or no context? Like when you
Um,
cosplay certain characters.
I have worn contacts in the past. I don't personally I don't wear them a lot because I have astigmatism. So when I wear
Yeah,
contacts, I'm like my vision is definitely impaired and I don't have like
yeah.
a prescription that like I can fix it, so I can't get prescription lenses. And
Mm-hmm.
also like sometimes I just forget to put them in. I start doing my makeup and I'm like, if I put it in now, my eyes are gonna like water, my makeup's gonna run, and then I'm gonna have to redo it all again, and I will like I'm not prepared to do that.
Yeah.
But like I'm very much like I'm fine either way. It would be nice to wear contacts with all my cosplays, but contacts are also really expensive and not a necessity.
Well, well, geez, if I knew that, I usually make my own, but I didn't know that. So, because it's not
Mm,
hard to make your own. It's just the only. See, this is why I'm a little surprised I'm not blind right now because like
yeah,
it's not hard to make contacts. The only problem is the effects that will have on your eye.
yeah,
So like it's very easy if I drop down the math and everything, and I've been very good at doing that when it came to my my contacts and everything because I recently made a what's his face or like a ghoul contact based on one of my characters, but
mm,
in the end I didn't do it like that. So what I did was like I made like a fake eye that kind of plasters over the face and then
yeah.
kind of put a contact in between there so it looks like. And then it took a minute, but I managed to get the thing movement wise so it can, focus. Like if I'm looking somewhere, I'm looking dead at you, be like, okay, I'm going to eat you. Not really, but yeah. So I thought that was a really neat thing that I did. So it was
I,
pretty
I've
cool.
I've definitely I think the worst thing I did cosplay wise, like
Hmm.
I haven't gone as far as like do I haven't like the horror stories of the person that ran out of face paint, so they took a bath in Sharpies to dye their skin. I've not gone that far.
Oh,
When
okay.
I first did my Silent Hill cosplay, I was gonna make a face
Hmm.
mask. And I did not have enough time because I was really stressed. I didn't have enough time before the con. So I covered my entire face in bandages, only leaving space out of one eye. And I would
Hmm.
like slightly part the bandages to like have a cigarette, have a drink, eat stuff, and things like that. So it was
Hmm.
fine. The only problem is when I took the bandages off later that day, I had so much pressure on this eyeball that I had lost vision in there for about 24 hours and I couldn't see.
Oh,
And then as my vision was returning, I was like, everything is blurry out of this one eye. I can't see. My eye won't stop watering. And I was like, this is the most
oh,
uncomfortable I've ever been. But it looked good, and that's what matters.
oh wow. I was gonna say like I think I know what character you're talking about. But I've seen one girl cosplay that, but she didn't use bandages. She used like face paint instead. And I swear it looked like it was real bandages though.
Yeah. I'm
I was
not
like,
that
you
talented at makeup.
I mean to me you are,
Thank you.
but like I was telling her, I was like, you must have one hell of a makeup friend. Cause like I thought I was stripping. So I was like, okay, I need to sleep. Cause like that day I did not sleep for like 37 hours. And I was like, I need to get to this concert.
Mm.
But okay, we talked about like the debate about who can be the best cosplay or whatever. We talked about uncomfortable cosplays. Um, hmm, like what's your but like what's the budget price for your current cosplay right now?
Oh God. Uh, well, it's hard to say because like I don't have any that I bought rather recently, so I can't like do
Hmm.
the maths and things like that. But my next cosplay that I'm ordering, it's
Hmm.
about £80 for the outfit, and that's because it's on sale. Um, shoes, I'm just gonna wear whatever shoes I want to. I don't really care about having
Uh-huh.
accurate shoes, and also I'd be spending so much money to get the shoes accurate.
Okay.
The wig itself is gonna be probably around £40 as well, so that's well over 100 on the cosplay alone. Not
So you're
excluding if
spending
I need to buy like more makeup or anything like that if I don't have products that I need.
oh, so you just spend 120. Okay, makes sense.
But that's also because I like to do it really cheap and I like to use the cheaper websites and I like to get stuff on sale. I also know people that have spent like well over like 200 on their cosplay because it's like intricate fabric
Yeah.
with intricate like patterns and things like that. And then it gets like imported over from Japan and things like that. I'm like, oh no,
I
I
know
don't have
I
that kind
know
of budget.
I know people that spend like $1,000 on it. So I'm like, mine is just gonna be $72 because like I'm getting the mask. and the kimono thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
See,
gonna be
I'm
annoying.
I'm I'm like what I like to call a broke cosplayer. I do what I
Say,
can with the money
say,
provided.
say. Like if I was rich like that, I would have been like, "Hey, Kate, what stuff you need for your cosplay?" Like I would be like that, but I don't got that money for that right now. I would be like that, but I ain't the richest man in the world. But well, yeah, that I understand. I'm not the only one that thinks like that. But like
Yeah.
when it comes to when it comes to like certain cosplayers or whatever, like just like when it gets like photo shoot, like do you prefer like a videography or just like a photograph like type of thing?
I really enjoy both. So there's a group in the UK. I'm name dropping now. There's a group in the UK
Mm-hmm.
called they're referred to as the 86th floor, and they're like cosplay videography people. They'll do a
Oh, I
photo
heard of
shoot with
them.
you after. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. They're really popular, and they go to cons and like you shoot with them, and they make like cosplay music videos and things like that. And they're really talented at what they do, and they always like they're so nice and they hype you up so much. I'm really
Mm-hmm.
fortunate that like some of my friends have been in like many videos with them, and I've been in like one by proxy and things like that, and like they shot with
Uh-huh.
me because my friends were also there. But it's like really cool and very exciting being on video and being able to like pose and like have like a more dramatic shot and things like that. That's really fun to me. But I also love getting like incredible photos done. Like more recently on my Instagram when I posted like my cyberpunk photos and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
I was doing like a photo shoot in like an arcade area and I had like neon lights and things like that. So it like really kind of sold the vibe. So
Yeah.
I think like if I'm just being taken photos of in like a con hall, I love to get more dramatic videos. But like if I'm getting like a dedicated photo shoot and it's like fitting the vibe with characters and it's like selling like the whole look and things like that, I love like a really good dramatic photo.
Okay, that makes sense. And correct me if I'm wrong, did I hear you correctly? Did you say con horror? Am I tripping?
Con hall,
Okay, okay,
HALL,
okay,
hall.
okay. I thought I was tripping. I was like, wait, what? Okay. Yeah, that that got me. But when it comes to that shit, I had this like how I've asked this before with somebody else, but like how much of an influence I wouldn't say you expect, but like that you think you're going to bring on like new or current cosplayers, like since you're having fun and cosplaying yourself, like because a lot of people care about influences and stuff like that, fame and all that. I know you don't, but I know you care about influence. 'Cause I know you like to influence people. Like how much you think you want to influence like new cosplayers?
I love it when people do come to me and like ask for advice or be like, hey, I'm new at this. Like, what tips can you give me? Like, I really I love it because it kind of makes me feel like appreciated and like I'm doing something good.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a person to expect myself to get big follower numbers or anything like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't like in the grand scheme of things, I really do not have a large following. Um, but I've met some incredible people because they've been like, "Oh, I follow you and your stuff is really good." And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank you." It means a lot to me. But the one thing I want more than anything is just to give people like a really positive experience and like help
Uh-huh.
them have fun and things like that. Especially like if it's someone's first con, I'm more than happy to like hang out with them and things like that and show them like the sort of things that I do and introduce them to other people and help them connect with other people as well. Like I really enjoy that. I've had like people where it's like their first con and they're really nervous and overwhelmed and I've like come over and talked to them and like explained like, hey, like don't be overwhelmed and things like that, which is a really stupid saying, but like explaining how normal certain things are. I've had to save women from like creepy people at conventions and stuff like that, so they're not left
Yeah.
on their own.
Yeah.
But for me, this is more like a future thing. The next cosplay I'm gonna do is a character that I'm so so in love with. And then also
Mhm.
like I've like voice acted her in like fan comics and things like that. Like I like a
Mhm.
lot of people are like, oh, you can really do her voice. And I have a friend putting a bet on me that I can't, like I'm like I can do this. I know this is easy money, but they're like you can't do this. And I've got to go the entire convention day in the cosplay without breaking character and without dropping the voice. So I'm just gonna be approaching people in like this lovely, sweet little character voice, being this shy little nervous thing, and like try to ask them for photos. It'll be like the other like people like cosplaying characters that like really like relate to them, and I'm just gonna like approach them in the voice. I'm like, please get a photo of me, please. Like I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping I can give people like a fun experience because they're gonna be like, oh my God, what the fuck? That's great.
I'm sure you can pull that off, but I was just saying, oh Lord, you wouldn't have got away with that with me because I would have been like, okay, I know something that can make or break character. And
Never.
then not
I'm
only that,
dedicated.
okay, all right, we'll see a Capsicum, we'll see. Because I met this one girl who wasn't really a bet, but she was like way focused on her character. And I'm not gonna lie, she really did that because like I think I
Mhm.
forgot what character from Genshin she from. I might play Genshin in the Gen years, but anyway,
Yeah.
I think she was facing like as Raiden Shogun, right? Oh yeah, I
Hmm.
just said it. She was doing her, and I was doing Deadpool because like you know Deadpool that's that perverted character, but I'm not. So I was trying to be respectful and all that.
Yeah.
Like this was like August 2021 at Otakon. Like I'm being respectful of her walking around with her. Like I got a sign that I made that says Deadpool sense for Shogun, right? And what makes it even worse, one of my main characters from my manga, his name is Shogun, and like I just and about I just finished publishing that like for 2025 release date the other day. But anyway, I'll
Mhm.
explain that afterwards. But
Yes.
with that, I had a sign up that says Deadpool sent for Shogun, and like it was such an uneasy feeling because like I was telling everybody because like I get in the comments of people in the background be like, he's probably a pervert in real life. And I took my mask and be like, no the fuck I'm not. Leave me alone. And then she was like, stay in character. I was like, I can't stay in character. People call me a pervert for no reason. Cause like Cause like with Deadpool, I usually have like in each con, like, I didn't have it like at old con last year because I wasn't Deadpool, but I would usually have a group of ladies that would just walk around me because like when I say like I always have like you know play guns and all that, but like the katanas for the Deadpool costume, they be real because like
Hmm.
you never know. So because like I told one person who was there because he recognized my real katana, he's like, no, supposed to have not have that, and I was like, true, but you never know. He's like, I'll let the slap once. I was like, okay, fine by me. So and then when the ladies always notice, I don't know how women always recognize that I have real katanas and the men don't. That kind of throws me off a bit, but I ain't tripping. So they always stand by me and like I could be in a line waiting to meet somebody. It's always like I always have my own posse filled with women, and then like I met this one dude. I forgot he's on YouTube, but he killed me, and he was always playing like the Netsu and all that. And every time we see a Netsuko cosplay, he
Yeah.
always jump towards her. He's one of the
Yes.
nice,
Whole wheat Pete. I know who you're on about.
yeah, he's the nicest dude I ever met. And I told him I was like, so that does not hurt. And then like I told him I was like, if he comes to Otakon this year, I was like, you gotta let me borrow your jacket. It's like I'm gonna be the net pool or whatever you want to call it. But it was so funny. So as I was walking around with her, um, so like here's the thing. When I'm walking around with her, I'm literally handcuffed to the brim. That's how dedicated I was. Like I'm handcuffed from my arms to my legs. And I said in my head, I never felt like a bitch more in my life when that happened. That threw me off. So so after we got finished and everything, and then she stopped playing as Raiden Shogun, but yet when she stopped cosplaying, she was still serious. I was like, why the hell are you still serious? And you not cosplaying her anymore? So
Mm.
she was meeting the people and everything and stuff like that. I went to the ramen shop. I got me two big things of ramen. I was not playing. I did not care anymore. I'm like, I'm literally walking to her and everything, still in my Deadpool costume, but I got like my mask off and everything. I'm eating my food and everything. And they was like, "Oh, that's a good ramen stuff like that." I remember this verbatim. I was like, "Yeah, she wish she was this bowl." And then she started spewing out her drink and everything. I was like, "I didn't mean that. It was just a joke." So she laughing left and right, and everybody else is laughing. I was like, I'm just gonna go. So and everything, but I usually like I don't know because like don't get me wrong, nobody noticed like the creeps and everything, but somehow I notice it because I get a gut feeling about somebody.
Hmm.
And then like it was this girl who was like her first con, right? Because like at first I didn't know she was a child because like she was 4'10", I'm 6'4". That doesn't work really well. So
Yeah.
so I asked her, I was like, "Excuse me." So I put a police hat on. I bought a Leon Kennedy cosplayer badge. I was like, "Let me borrow this for
Yeah.
1 second." I was like, "Let me borrow this for 1 second." I put the badge in my costume. I was like, "Need to see your ID, please." She showed me she was 26 years old, a year older than me. So I was like, "Oh, thank God." So she walked. So I was like, "Is this your first time here?" She was like, "Yes." And then I was like, I could just show you around. Like, if you want to get manga and everything, it's like a manga shop down here and everything. So she was nervous about that, which is understandable. And then she ended up
Yeah.
walking around with me the whole time when I didn't realize it. And then we went to the ramen shop and everything. And then one of the guys, I almost punched this dude in the face. I swear. Because like he started acting like I forgot that girl cosplayer that was literally groping everybody and like
Yeah.
back
No.
then.
Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Yeah, yeah. So he was literally like that, and I was literally about to literally punch him in the face. I was like, this is gonna be my first time getting kicked out of con for no reason. So when that happened, I was like, because I noticed he was talking to her, he was making her cover and everything. I was like, yeah, back off, please. And he's like, what the
Yeah.
hell are you gonna do? I was like, dude, it's so many things I can do to you that I'll go to jail for. Don't do this with me right now. And then him and his boys just back off and everything. And then I get on like my little stance, like my Itachi stance, like, and I was like, you don't kind of dudes like this, but above all, have fun. And then everything. And then one of the other people noticed that, the people with the security and everything noticed what was happening. They explained me, they asked her what was going on and everything. And I talked to them my side and everything. And then she was like, oh, she was like, she said so cute, like a goddamn incinerator. This threw me off. She's like, this is my only channel right here. And I said in my head, she better not call me that again. She called me that 8 times during that whole goddamn thing. So I told her, note this up. I understand that you're this small. And I understand that you're older than me. But do not call me only chan, please. Because I understand that means brother, but it's just so awkward to me for some reason. But she's supposed to become the old card this year. And I was like, and she's like, finally 5'4". I was like, finally, you grew appropriate inch. But yeah, it's just like the main thing that's the thing that kind of ruins cons for me and everything. But above all, it's cons are like fun and everything. But in the end, because like I told one of the people, I was like, look, I'm gonna bring a prop shotgun next time. Keep thinking I'm playing because like my uncle he wants to go to the anime con. I was like, I don't think you want to go because but we'll see what happens. But he wants to go and everything. That's crazy as he is. I was like, look, I'd rather have you cosplay as Elf from Death Note, knowing how crazy that bastard is. But we never know. But yeah, but that's pretty much all the questions I got today. So it's just like when it comes to that, I knew because like I'm glad that we got on topic on certain things. It was like a lot of things I want
Yeah.
to be PSAing on and everything, but everybody that checked out this episode and everything, because I'm gonna go to sleep after this. I'll probably upload this later on today because I gotta. I'm gonna leave it on the system anyway because it's not nothing crazy that we said. Um, but thank you for everybody that checked out this episode and everything. Make sure you check out Miss Creepy Cookies on Instagram.
And TikTok.
Okay. Thank you, because I was really about to say only that. To check her out on Instagram, TikTok. If she has a Facebook page, check her out. Just check her out. Just check her out on one of the most renowned cosplayers in the UK. That's a fact. I don't give a crap
Stop
what anybody
saying
says.
that.
Nope. My opinion. My opinion.
Okay,
That's just my
biased
opinion.
opinion. Biased
Biased
opinion.
opinion. Okay. But yes, so everybody who check out the podcast, stay tuned. Episode 33 tomorrow at 4:30. And if you guys want a part three, feel with Miss Creepy Cookies here. Feel free to let me know, and we will bring it to you. All right.